Welcome back to the Pioneer Sideline. I'm your host, Aaron Cooney, and one of the favorite parts of the show here, the Courthouse Tavern Case of the Week, brought to you by the Courthouse Tavern, located 310 Forbes Avenue in downtown Pittsburgh. It's a crime to go anywhere else. Thank you for helping me out on that one, Kevin. But
I'm here for you.
We're here. Kevin Calhoun off to my right, Matt Desmond on my left, and new chairs for us here, but same deal.
I'm not feeling the chairs, man.
A little off.
I like the old ones.
But little new look to it. We're going to do some points here. Remember, if you win the night, you get to move on to next week. So we're really going to battle it out here
See you next week.
as we go.
Battle Royale. Let's go.
First conversation, guys. ACC. You talked about Pitt before. They're on the move. Syracuse on their way down the ACC. Our question for today: is this a good move for Pitt to go to the ACC? Not only just basketball or football, but for the whole season. Kevin.
All right, I have strong feelings on all of this conference nonsense, as I've been calling it. Is it a good move for Pitt? Yes. You're getting out of the Big East, especially football-wise, which is just terrible. I mean, if UConn, and don't get me wrong, I'm from Connecticut, if UConn's going to get a BCS bid out of the Big East, it's not a good conference. However, this entire conference structure, the entire NCAA organization, allowing teams like Texas Christian University, TCU is going to play in the Big East, which, by the way, they got screwed more than anybody out of this whole deal because everybody's jumping ship on them when they thought they were upgrading conferences. But no, it's a terrible system. I hate the structure of the NCAA. Teams like Texas A&M getting offers from every conference in the world. You're surprised they're not playing in an Alaskan conference when they're from Texas. You know, it's a terrible system, and it needs to be fixed.
So it went a completely different way, and I guess you're a no for Pitt going to the ACC.
I'm a no for it being allowed.
For anything. All right, Matt.
I think it's a great move for Pitt. You have to look at the whole program as a whole. You see that Pitt football, they're going to actually play more teams in the top 25, and I think for the whole school in general, academically it's on the rise. You see that Pitt's going to be into the elite status now with Duke and UNC with their academic status. But then you look at the financially, they're going to be good on that note as well. But then you go to college basketball, and that's where the real story comes in. Pitt's going to be playing teams like UNC and Duke, which is really going to be a good thing for them because for Pitt, they already have a tough schedule in the Big East, but I think it's going to be more tough for them when they play in the AMC. I mean, not in the AMC, the ACC conference, and I think Pitt's going to have a really tough time playing against those teams.
I got to stop you because, first off, you mentioned academics. That has zero to do with any of this.
I think it has to happen.
Academic excellence couldn't be further from anything we're talking about here. And if you're going to bring up basketball, are you telling me that the ACC is a better basketball conference than the Big East? There is no conference even close to the Big East in basketball. This is all about money. This is all about publicity, and this is all about bigger name schools that they're trying to play against. You know what it cost Pitt to get into the ACC? $5 million in 27 months. That's it. It's a joke. It's a joke. It shouldn't be allowed.
Well, I think that when Pitt was on the move, they said it only cost $5 million to get out of the Big East, and now they're in the ACC, and it's $20 million for a team to leave the ACC. So I think Pitt's definitely moving in the right direction. They're going into a more respectable conference in the ACC. So I think Pitt's on the move to get out of the Big East because I think that Big East conference is falling apart. And TCU is going to be the big name out of that.
The Big East is falling apart because the NCAA allows it to fall apart. That's the only reason. It's the Atlantic Coast Conference. Pittsburgh is 7 hours from the coast. TCU is how many hours away from the Big East? Okay, it doesn't make any sense. This entire structure just doesn't make sense, and it shouldn't be authorized. It shouldn't be allowed. There needs to be a governing body in the NCAA that controls conferences. This whole Big Ten with 12 teams. How much sense does that make? The entire jumping ship to get to a better conference, or what you think is a better conference because other teams are doing it, it doesn't make sense. Boston College started this by jumping to the ACC.
Then Miami.
And then Miami jumped to the ACC, and now you get Syracuse, you get Pittsburgh, you get Connecticut's talking about it now, and Texas is a rumor to go to the ACC.
It's a more logical move because where else would Pitt go? You have the Big Ten.
Nowhere.
Would the Big Ten be a
They
better
don't go
move, though?
anywhere.
Yeah, but I'm saying, though, the Big East is falling apart. You can see that already. More teams are going to be going out of this conference. You say UConn's on the move. I think Pitt, this is the best chance to get out of the conference and find a conference that can suit
I'm not
them.
disagreeing with the fact that for Pitt, under the rules that are allocated, it's a good move. They're gonna make more money. They're gonna get more publicity. I'm talking about the move itself is a joke. the fact that the NCAA allows this
So
to go
you're
on.
saying the NCAA,
joke.
that, on their part, that's a joke to allow
Yeah,
them.
it's a terrible structure. It's a terrible system, and it needs to be governed far better than it is.
Well, I say on the stance of Pitt, I think it was their best option to do at the time, and I think
Well,
they're.
you guys brought up the Big Ten. That's a better option anyway. I mean, if you're going to talk about which conference they belong in, how about Ohio State and Michigan?
Well, guys, end of round 1 right there, and I didn't really have to do anything, so we'll say that. Hang on till next week. You guys tune in. We'll see who will be back up, who was the winner of this contest. We'll find out next week. You come tune in to us,
Should let 'em
Point
vote
Pioneer
via
Sideline. You
Twitter.
want to vote? Vote us at Twitter. Check out the Point Park University Television UView account, and we'll see you next week. Same Pioneer time, same Pioneer channel.